Yeah, we on.
Shalom.
Shalom.
First off, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
We give double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Tasha's truth and will well. And salutations to you, hopeful excellence, truth, and all honesty and sincerity. We the brothers out of GMS Kansas City camp, coming with you another lesson, prophesy, basically what's going on right now in the world, and we brothers, go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Your brother Yara, Yahweh.
Taziyar Banyanyan, Yahweh Shai, Brakathum to the hopeful elect. Shalom.
Brother, yo, what's up? All right, so yeah, we're going to get right into it, man. There's a lot of stuff going on through the spirit. We're basically at the brink or start of World War III of what's been going on. There's been a couple of explosions that were done, and there's rumors saying the U.S. is doing them. That's the rumor. That's at bay. And this definitely caused the nations to really hate America. This is all prophesied throughout the scriptures, man. So we're basically going to do a traditional style class going into Jeremiah the 50th chapter to break that down, because it talks about how the destruction is going to come to this place, and how all nations and basically everybody in the world is going to point their arrows right here and blast off. Okay, so we can go ahead and get into it, man. Your brothers want to start off with Jeremiah 50.
Yep. All right. This is Jeremiah 50, verse 1. It says, "The word that the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet." Verse 2, "Declare ye among the nations, and publish, and set up a standard. Publish, and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded. Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces."
God. All right, so the scriptures say publish, okay? Publish these warnings, these prophecies, these words that are getting ready to happen. Because a lot of people are going to be taken off guard of what's to come, and that's our job as prophets, is to warn you of what's to get ready to come. And that's going to be ultimate destruction. And if you don't have divine intervention from Yahweh Shai, you're going to be hit, man.
Time.
Okay? Go ahead, bro.
It says, "For out of the north cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate."
Okay, so a northern country, northern lands, okay? And it's going to make her desolate, meaning make her wasted away and destroyed. All right, go ahead, bro.
And it says, verse 3 again, "For out of the north cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast."
John, you go ahead and break that down, bro.
And this, when you read scriptures in the Bible, you have to be very detailed, man. When the scriptures say no person is going to dwell in this land, you have to take that as a highlight. So when you read Jeremiah 50, a traditional person would think this is talking about just Babylon, Iraq, ancient world. They don't think that the Lord uses metaphors. The Lord, when we say the scripture is twofold. So this Babylon is speaking of America, right?
That's right.
It say, "For out of the north cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. In those days and in that time, saith the Lord, the children of Israel shall come. They and the children of Judah together, going and weeping, shall go and seek the Lord their power."
Right, so in that day, that's when, Israel's always the one that want to sit up, buckle down, and seek Yahweh Shai when some shit happened to them. Some grievous things that start going to trouble. Because Jacob's trouble is also going to be going on as well. And anytime you hit rock bottom, what does Jake do? All of a sudden he wants to seek and pray to God. Why is this happening? Oh, why is me? Woe is me? Go ahead, bro.
And it says, verse 5, "They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces, saying, Come and let us join ourselves to the Lord in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten." So that it's already established, right? They say, "My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place."
All right, so you can break that down, Yeah, you go.
Oh, it's a lot. Yeah. So that's basically the Most High coming back to redeem His people. You know, and that basically shows you that the time that we're living in today, as the brother said earlier with Babylon, that Judah and Ephraim will both be here, because it spoke about basically both kingdoms being brought out of this place. You know.
God, and as you can see, what's happening right now is a great awakening within this place. You got so many people waking up to being Israelites. Okay, because why we forgot that, you know, where our true land is and what our nationality and our heritage is. But now it's coming back to remembrance. Okay, because it says, "My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds are caused them to go astray." But you had all these false prophets and pastors out there set up by Esau, teaching all these plantation Christianity to cause them to forget who they are, forget what this thing about, because they didn't prophesy anything back then in that day. Those white Christian pastors, they didn't prophesy the end times or nothing.
Right.
It was all about brainwashing and causing Jake to think that they deserve to be underneath Esau, you know, and that they aren't the chosen people. And that's why if you got caught with scriptures, what, you were put to death.
Yeah. And it said, verse 6 again, "My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from hill to from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. All that found them have devoured them. And their adversaries said, We offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord."
Right. So that's that. A lot of that can be surmised in the period when we were in captivity, chattel slavery, man.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And we basically we didn't know our name, we didn't know anything. Esau literally beat everything out of us, and then he fed us poison, and then before you know it, we became what you call niggas now. Now it says in the scriptures like we offend not because your people sin against you.
Yeah.
You know.
I'll read it again for you.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah 50:7. All that found them have devoured them.
Right.
And their adversaries said, We offend not.
Right. So all that found us that devoured us, man. You got these Ishmaelites moving in your neighborhood, taking advantage of you.
Yeah.
These Moabites moving in your neighborhood, taking advantage of you.
Yeah.
Esau is saying,
shops.
"Look, they're the ones, aborting their babies. We just gave them the clinics.
Yeah.
You know."
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying to the Most High, we offend not, because Jake, the 2/3 y'all are going off, man. Esau's been using that as an excuse to oppress the whole nation. The Lord's gonna vindicate us.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, because basically it's giving us a list of what's going to happen in stages of us becoming the bottom of the barrel, man. And all nations that had their part in having us in slavery,
Mm-hmm.
they've all had a taste of having us in slavery, from Moab to Ishmael to Elam, all of them, man.
Yeah.
You know, and so like the brother said, you know, when they come down over here, they look down upon you. These are some fucking niggas, you know.
Yeah.
What they do, these niggas always tear down the neighborhood and shit. You know, which niggas do,
Right.
but you know, just stuff like that, man. Look down. These possibly can't be the chosen people.
Yeah.
We're most hated amongst everybody. Most looked down upon.
Right.
That's right. And put it in perspective, this Jeremiah 50, this is 47 verses long, man. It's a very long picture that's being painted.
Right.
So you gotta see it as a story when you reading it.
God.
But it's starting out. The reason the Lord is about to bring all this destruction is because the wrongs that's been done to us.
Right.
The Lord is about to wipe a whole continent off the map just because of what they did to His people.
Right. That's right.
You understand?
Yep.
Clean, man.
And Jeremiah 50 is detailing every single player in the game and how it's going to happen.
God.
The Lord is beautiful.
Yep.
That's right, bro.
Built up too, man.
Yeah. It says, let's read that verse 7. Jeremiah 50 verse 7, all that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries say, We offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers. Remove out of the midst of Babylon, and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans, and be as he that goes before the flocks. For I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country.
Oh, so here we go. Here's the build-up, man. Right now he's reading the charges. First, this part is reading all the charges, what's happening, man. You know, hey, our people have been put down low. We've been put into slavery. We've forgotten our power. All these things piss Yahweh Shemel Shai off. You know, how dare the Israelites forget who they are? That's a charge within itself. So the charges are listed from both sides, from all the heathens are doing to us, as well as what we've done. You know, so now he's getting ready to list. All right, so this was getting ready to happen. Step 1, step 2, step 3, and so on and so forth. Go ahead, Doc.
Yep. It says, for I will raise up and come against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain.
Yeah, that's right. And that's basically the clue that they should start talking about ancient Babylon. Because you can look up how ancient Babylon went down. They went down from the east, from Persia.
That's right.
And they didn't go down with a bunch of arrows, quote unquote. They went down systematically. It wasn't just no overnight thing. And then the Medo-Persians took over. So, and they came from the east. So we know when it says great nations in assembly against Babylon from the north country, shooting arrows upon it, we know that this is not talking about the ancient city of Babylon or the ancient place of Babylon.
Yeah,
it's talking about the spiritual.
That's a good point. This is verse 10. And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. Because ye were glad, because ye rejoice, O ye destroyers of mine heritage. And didn't Esau have a hand to play in taking the heritage of the Israelites away from us? Come on, man. It said, O ye destroyers of my heritage, because ye are grown fat as a heifer at grass, and bellow as bulls. It says, your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Now see, you got it. Once again, you got to pay attention to details in the scriptures. It says, your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. So who is the mother of Babylon? It's England. England is the mother of Babylon. All the English nations, they came to America to set up shop. That's why we all speak English.
Right.
All the Spanish nations went to Central America. You got Portuguese down in Brazil.
God.
So the mother of them is the, tin crumpet motherfuckers, right?
That's right.
It says, your mother shall be confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Hey, this is the Western Hemisphere.
Yep.
It's the hindermost of the world.
Right.
God. Yep.
And for you Jakes, that gets simple in terms of talking about which way is hindermost. You can look at it from the east or the west. Or you can just look at it in terms of when these nations were populated. You know, these were the last continents to get populated. You know, so it's going to be the hindermost, because most of the oldest cities in the world are in Europe and the Eastern Hemisphere. You know?
Yeah.
God. And it's talking about that dry land and the desert, because this place is going to be like the next Saharan desert.
Yep.
Because after the missiles blast this place, there's going to be nothing left but sand dunes and craters everywhere, man. And what do they call bushes, all types of stuff growing up, these skyscrapers.
Yeah, like Mad Max.
God.
Mad Max everywhere.
That's right.
Jeremiah 50 verse 13. Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Hey, we only 13 chapters in, man. It's going very detailed. This place is not going to be shit.
It's already at wholly desolate. Verse 13.
It say, because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hissed at all her plagues.
Right. Because all the things that are going to hit this place, man. The scriptures say the plagues of Egypt shall return again as before. You know, so from the pestilence, from the earthquakes, right now we got what hitting? Category 5 hurricanes hitting Florida and shit, man.
Earthquakes.
You know?
Yep.
All types of disasters going on. You're going to have hail coming from the sky, fire tornadoes, the flogs, the blood rivers, all those plagues, man, happening. Yep. Along with total obliteration and destruction of this place. You know?
Verse 14, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord.
And it says, all ye that bend the bow. Yeah. Everybody that has capability of shooting a missile will bend that bow, man.
Yeah, look up how many nuclear missiles on the face of earth, man.
God, it says, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows. All right, so that means don't hold any back. Completely unload all your arsenal. These people are going to shoot off everything they have at this place. Why? Because all these nations are beginning to finally hate America, man.
Yep.
I was trying to put play the video for the camera for the bros posted in the group chat of the red alert. You know, about that, I believe it was a gas pipeline that they blew up over there in Russia. They blew up one of those. And they also blew up one that was in Germany.
Yeah, the Nord Stream 2.
Yep, so both of those got hit, okay? So what that's going to cause is the one that's in Germany. And he basically, in the video, he mentioned, said, hey, look, this shit was targeted because they don't want them to buy from Russia. They want them to continue to buy from the U.S. All right, well, you just pissed off everybody over there on that side of the world, man.
Yeah.
In Europe.
Yeah.
You know, so now you're trying to monopolize all this shit to force everybody to buy from you. You know, people are going to, hey, since when have Germany and the United States been at it? Since when have they had problems?
Shit, every world war, man.
Right. You know, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
For the most part, they've been peaceful for a long time.
Okay.
You know, but now, hey, that's going to cause issues. And it's just going to cause a chain reaction between country to country, man. And then all the conspiracies and things that this place does is going to be brought to light. And they're going to begin to see that America's behind a lot of bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay?
You got that? Still looking for it?
Yeah, I got it here. So
yeah.
The total nuclear warheads on the planet right now is 13,000 warheads. That includes America.
Yeah.
Now what you got to realize is the ICBMs, like those are considered like warheads. When they launch in the upper atmosphere and they do their thing and they travel that far distance, they split off to a bunch of smaller missiles.
Right.
You know, and they each have their own guidance systems in there. So you kind of have to multiply that 13,000
yeah.
by however many smaller missiles they can fit in them ICBMs. You know,
and we definitely don't know the true number.
Yes, exactly.
Nobody's ever going to put exact numbers of how much you got on the planet Earth.
Yeah.
Jake don't even do that.
Yeah,
Jake don't ever tell you how much money they got. Jake don't tell you how many guns they got.
That's right.
You just find out when it's time. You know what I'm saying?
We know what one nuke can do.
Yeah.
Know?
Yeah.
Just one.
So all of them, man, targeted at mainly one place.
Yeah.
Because when nuclear missiles shoot off, they're not going to wait a day or two to respond, man.
Right.
It's a matter of minutes. How fast can you respond to attack coming upon you?
Right.
That's right, yeah.
But it says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Spare her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. Shout against her round about, she had given her hand. Her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh. Take vengeance upon her as she had done, do unto her. And hasn't America already sown the seed of dropping missiles on people, man?
Yeah, kind of.
Especially during Obama time, that the drone shit just took off.
Yeah. Yeah, that Hiroshima shit, Nagasaki, they already sown the seed of nigga, you did it first.
Right.
So how you gonna get mad when all these people take your ass off the map?
Right.
Then they had the reports of the Japanese already waving the surrender flag before you dropped the bomb.
Yeah, he was on fuck
shit. You
shit.
didn't do that shit.
He was on fuck shit.
God.
I'm gonna drop this sleeve.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we waited so long to launch this shit off. No, it's going down.
Good.
I got another precept.
Yeah, you got it. Right?
This is the book of Second Address, chapter 16, verse 13. It says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Now, the reason why we're bringing this out is because you got to understand what the scripture's talking about when it says arrows. Because if some of you've never heard the prophecy of the thermonuclear destruction, the scriptures like these help it make sense. Okay, because you can't take one arrow and shoot it into the end of the world, from one end of the world to the next, is what that's referring to. So what could this possibly be talking to? What type of technology is this? Well, the prophets in the ancient world, they didn't have the terminology of thermonuclear missiles and destruction. All the prophet saw was a vision of the future, and he had to do his best to compare everyday items to what he was seeing in his dream.
Right.
And what he saw is, you look up in the sky, you see a missile flying. It has certain characteristics. It has something called the shaft, which is the center part of the missile. It has the arrowhead itself, which a lot of them are called arrowheads, of the tip of the missile. And then you also have the fins to stabilize it in flight on the back. That's the exact same terminology of what an arrow has.
Right.
Okay?
So they would use words like that to describe the same thing with the word cloud. Why were they using the word clouds to describe the chariots that they would see? Because the only thing that's in the sky is birds and clouds, man. You know, that's the closest thing that describes it. It's the same thing here with the arrows.
That's right. And to go on forward, for verse 14, it says, "Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth." And then it says, verse 16, "Like as an arrow, which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward. Even so the plague that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again." So now it's merging the description of fire with these arrows, and these arrows can be shot from one end of the earth to what? The next end of the earth, man. And it's bringing complete destruction.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's missiles right there, man.
Yeah. It's the beautiful work of the Lord, man.
God.
Jeremiah 50 verse 16, it says, "Cut off the sword from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn every one to his people, and they shall flee every one to his own land."
Right, so everybody else is going to stick within themselves, man. Go back to their own kind to be with. You know, it's not going to be no more great melting pot type shit.
Yeah, because a lot of foreigners come here to work, man. Work visas. U.S. handing them shits out every day, man. Niggas from India, Nigeria, China, Caribbean.
God.
We all know South America. Everybody comes here to get themselves a bag, quote unquote. So when that time comes, they not dealing with no lockdowns. Niggas not trying to deal with restrictions, city shut down. You know what I'm saying? They gonna say, "Fuck this, we going back home, man."
That's right.
It says, "Israel is a scattered sheep. The lions have driven him away. For the first king of Babylon had devoured him, and this last this Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, hath broken his bones. Therefore thus saith the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, Behold, I will punish the king of Babylon and his land, as I have punished the kings of Assyria. And I will bring Israel again to his habitation, and he shall feed on Carmel and Bashan, and his soul shall be satisfied upon Mount Ephraim and Gilead."
Right. So Israel, man, we're gonna get our lick back one day, man.
Yeah.
You know, from what you all did to us, man. Because, hey, at the time of our iniquity had an end, you continue to go worse, man. You know, you didn't let up. So eventually, we're gonna get our revenge too, after Yahushua gets his first. So yeah, you can go ahead, bro.
Verse 20.
Yeah, read it loud.
It's Jeremiah 50 and 20. It says, "In those days and in that time, saith the Lord Jehovah, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none, and the sins of Judah, and they shall not be found. For I will pardon them whom I reserve."
Okay, hey, whom he reserved. You see? Because obviously the whole house of Israel is not going to make it on his side, because he also has a lot of iniquity to judge upon Jacob. So, hey, the Lord is about to just end all beef here, man. He's about to end beef with his own people, and he's about to end beef with the heathen, man. But the reserve, Lord willing, we be those men, the elect. Hey, they're not going to taste that nuclear missile fire. They're going to be called friends of the Lord. Right. Lord willing, we be those men. Go ahead.
Notice they said the sins of Judah and Israel.
Yeah.
That's who's going to get the pardon.
That's right.
You know. verse 50, so like this is Jeremiah 50 and 21. Go up against the land of Merathaim, even against it, and against the inhabitants of Prekad, waste and utterly destroy after them, saith the Lord Yahweh. Do according to all that I have commanded thee. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction.
And that's what we're hearing right now. There's a big trumpet of blowing of war drums, beating.
God.
There's so many different countries that's coming up right now, and that's at risk. Even, I mean, the U.S. is still at ends with China too. Let's not forget about that. And you got Taiwan and China at it. That's a whole nother Ukraine situation waiting to pop off. The thing between Taiwan and China.
Yeah.
China's going to war with Taiwan, point blank, period.
God.
They can't afford not to have Taiwan.
That's it. But you see, man, the thing about America is that they do all this bullshit around the world, but they don't feel that direct tension because they on the other side of the world. You know what I'm saying? So they can go over here and fuck shit up in Europe and come home and like nothing happened, because you don't have to deal with the other countries around you.
Right.
Europe and Russia, that's right next to each other. You don't think motherfuckers next to Ukraine and Russia feel the effects of them going to war?
Yeah.
So they understand that tension.
Joe Biden go over there and put sanctions on Russia, and then only Europe suffer. They the one struggling with power, energy. They like, what the fuck you doing?
That's
man?
why everybody will be like, yo, we gotta make these motherfuckers feel the pain that we feeling because of they bullshit, man. Of them tampering with things, of them being in other people's business. Let's just wipe this bitch off the map.
Right. That's right.
And if
bro.
they found out that America was behind the explosion of that Nord Stream, which I believe it was, I think they're gonna find out. And you got people out there in Europe freezing to death, starving, politicians getting put to death because they don't have enough energy.
Yeah.
That
could be the thing that set this whole thing off, man.
right. And then you got UN troops right now marching towards the border of Ukraine, man. There's videos out there of just hundreds of soldiers just walking on foot to them. So hey, it's about to really go down big time. And what this means is that any day now, this place is going to get hit by something. Even if it's not a nuke right away, you're gonna have other pocket missiles and shit. This place is gonna get touched, man.
Yeah.
And it's gonna make September 11 or 9/11 look like fucking child's play.
Yeah, that's when you're gonna know it's real.
Right.
Verse 23, it says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken